Gentlemen, just going to go through the second video tutorial HPC method again. If you hadn't watched the previous one, which just took you back on your TV, use two intermediate sites to get the reduced level of this. Stop pause. Please go back and watch that. We're just going to continue from there as we make our way in the second video. If we sort of finished up our previous survey in ST2, we could work reduced level of those. So I just taken those reduced levels in there. ST2. What we're trying to do now is to bring in further points. We're going to have to literally move the instrument because the points are getting too far away. And the last point you measure before you then lift the instrument and move it, call that a change point. So this is ST3, you can see where these are particularly important. Move the instrument when we take that particular level. When you're taking the level to the last point, this change point, we don't call it an intermediate site anymore. We call it a foresight. See, in this case, the foresight is just over 1 meters. What you can do then is literally move the level across, for instance, the right hand side of that change point, and then really you can go back and take again a new measurement. We're now sort of starting the survey off again. Because you're now going back to a known reduced level, we call this a back site. And you can see what this value should go to. But same when we're booking shape, we can then work out the new value of the HPC. And when we know the new value of the HPC, we can then really again go on about our survey and take as many different intermediate sites as we wish to. So for instance, we can take intermediate sites to this new plinth, I just call it ST. Yeah, that's the intermediate sites, you can take any number of them. Or perhaps you get to another change point, just recycle that process. Now let's see how you would book this data here. So maybe you'd want to just maybe pause the screen, you could print this off or copy it out if you wish. I'm going to be zooming in, as we make our way through. So the only difference is now, really, about this new change point, ST3, here, ST4. So I'm just going to maybe do split screen here. We're really trying to fill in our booking sheet here as we make our way. So, first thing we're going to do here, I've just taken in the levels, previous survey, now because station point 3, that's our change point, probably would want to put down CP change point just in their marks there. Just fill in the data. We've got those reduced levels worked out from a previous survey. So the first thing we're going to look at here is you haven't moved the instrument or whatnot, and you've taken a level across this change point. We call it a foresight. And so we go to ST3, the Microsoft Excel file, or the booking sheet here, and under the foresight column, you should write in what you ordered yourself, 0, 2. And if you're right on site, just make sure you double check that you haven't made any mistakes. What we do now is literally lift the level, set it across towards the other side, and you now have to go back on to this known point. And so this again quite similar to our survey, we call it backside. Now we're still taking the measurement at ST3, and so the results still have to be on that ST3 column. It's just that it's a backside now, and so we have to record it in this particular column here for backside. So again, just 0.779. And if you're doing that in real life, just stop, slow it down, get the person itself to go back and forward, just double check that figure. That does not complete. Okay. Whenever we go back into our office, we can work out, of course, the reduced levels of that point. But when we're out on site, you can now, of course, swing the instrument around and start to take intermediate sites, in this case, to this new hypothetical point ST4. So I have swung the instrument around and I've taken an intermediate site to ST4. As you can see up here, it has to be along this row somewhere, but because it's an intermediate site, I'll just be 0.46 meters. Again, you double check that on site just to make sure you haven't made any mistakes. And of course, you would in real life continue that, even though that's necessary for whatever number which you want to measure. What we'll do here now is we will maximize both these screens and see if we can now fill in data really. So going into the booking sheet, you've finished up your survey, you now pop back into your site office and you want to try and sort of figure out what's going on here. Now the first thing is to get ST3. Let's just go back and get a picture again of what was happening. It was pretty straightforward. But if you didn't move the instrument, we know, of course, the original HPC level was 100.908. And to get the level of ST3, it's just going to be that height. Subtract your foresight. I think that makes sense, but you can see it pictorially there. So the reduced level for ST3 is just going to be my previous HPC height. And I'm taking away my foresight. Foresight we're taking away here. And that's giving me a reduced level there for ST3. Now, of course, after I've taken that foresight, just come back to my calendar and I have literally moved my level. And by moving my level, of course, now the value of your HPC will change. To get the new height of your instrument, you have to work your way back to the previous known point, a change point in this case. And therefore, this height is going to be my reduced level for station point 3 plus this backside. I go back in my Excel file. To get that new value of HPC, it was my reduced level for ST3. I'm going to have to add on my backside. That's giving me my 100.645. Now, after you've, of course, got that, you've worked out your new level of the instrument. You can now start to, of course, then figure out, what's the height of these other datum points. ST4, you do ST5, 6, 7, or whatever you're doing it on site. I think it's pretty obvious to get this height. It's just going to be your HPC. Take away your intermediate site. So your HPC, take away your intermediate site. So it's your HPC. Now take it away the intermediate site. That gets us the reduced level in for station. Right? Again, it might be worthwhile if you're shooting, if you're through this for the first time, to again maybe do a couple of drawings of some of those. And just again go through it step by step yourself. Print off the normal ways of HPC. Journal sheet. And just go through it and make sure you're familiar, particularly where your foresight goes. First of all, heading towards your change point, you then move the instrument. Once therefore, you see that your change point is station point 3. And then, of course, you swing the instrument back and you take it backside. And then, of course, for every other station, you're just back in your central column again. Your ST, your intermediate sites, whatever number of points you have. All right.